Hello, everybody. It's me, Mitch, and I'm here. I'm here today to talk about an observation that I had during my 3 weeks of hospitalization for this stroke that I had last month. I saw so many absurd things while I was in the hospital. I don't even know where to start, but I thought a great place to start talking about these things might be as a hospital stay relates to the fact that most of the patients that were in there were diabetics. They just assume you're a diabetic anymore if you're over a certain age. It's crazy. They even asked me, when was the last time they checked your sugar? And I said, why? And they said, well, we need to keep track of it for your diabetes. I said, what the hell makes you think I have diabetes? I immediately had visions of people coming at me with insulin injections because they just assumed that I was a diabetic. It's scary. All of the roommates that I had, and I had 3 different roommates, all of them were diabetics. So I had to endure every 2 to 3 hours having the lights turned on all night long while some nurse came in and measured their sugar so they would know how much insulin to dose these people. Well, by itself, that's fine. But then I observed, I came to realize, the reason they needed to dose them with so much insulin is they were feeding them nothing but sugar. Doesn't anyone in the medical community know that that's what causes diabetes? Eating too much sugar. A very well-kept secret, evidently. Let's take the average breakfast in the hospital. Breakfast cereal, all sugar. Put on top of it skim milk, sugar. On the side, a glass of orange juice, pure sugar. Let's have some dry bread, toast, pure sugar. But let's not put butter on it. No, that's got fat in it. We cannot have any fat, or salt for that matter. But healthy margarine or seed oil spread, oh, that's fine. Let's give them that. So we'll have 95% sugar with a side of seed oil for breakfast. And then, don't forget, you can't have a meal, any meal, without a dessert. What do we got for dessert? Syrupy fruit cups, Jello pudding with sugar, chocolate pudding. It's crazy. It's crazy. And after feeding 100% sugar, they come in and measure your sugar to decide how much insulin they need to dose you to keep you from going into hyperglycemia. And it's a ritual, and they think it's normal, and they act and treat these people like it's just the normal thing. Human beings need to constantly monitor their sugar to know how much insulin to take, because everybody knows that sugar is the appropriate human diet. Isn't it? Wow. So I watched my roommate, among all of his other health problems, all of them, a myriad, everything under the sun. Took a half an hour for them to dispense his medications to him every night. I watched him have to have them manage his diabetes when they fed him nothing but sugar. And if that wasn't enough sugar, his attentive wife, who hovered over him all day, every day. Imagine being in a semi-private room with somebody else's wife hovering there all day, every day, feeding him snacks, treats, and goodies between meals. God forbid the poor baby go 5 minutes without more sugar. And the nurses didn't see anything wrong with that. The doctors didn't see anything wrong with that. Standard operating procedure is simply up the insulin dose. Don't even think about recommending. Maybe you shouldn't eat that much sugar. That was one of the most egregious things that I had seen in the attitude of so-called healthcare professionals. And you have to see it to believe it. It was tough for me. It was tough. I sat there and I'm going, I wanted to scream, stop eating the frigging sugar. You're killing yourself. But I couldn't say anything. After all, my cholesterol was high. Who am I to talk about being healthy? Please, I hope I never have to go back to a hospital again. It's probably unlikely, but man, every time I end up in one of those places, I feel like I have to escape before they kill me. If any of you have been in the hospital, this probably sounds familiar. We can't do anything about it except try to instill in the people and our loved ones that are diabetics that it's the sugar stupid. Diabetes is not, and I repeat, diabetes is not an insulin deficiency. It is an excess of sugar over a long period of time. A simple fact, we could teach it to kindergarten children, but somehow it escapes the entirety of our so-called healthcare system. Well, that's my little observation for today. I think if you've had any experiences like this, you'll agree with me. It's absurd and criminal, but it's what goes on every day in facilities that are supposed to cure us, give us a place to heal and rest, and do nothing of the sort. Thanks for watching. I'll be back soon. But in the meantime, you take the rest of the day off and eat meat.